What is up, YouTube? It is HWFLOSS, the worst producer of all time, back with another video. In today's video, I've been getting some messages about the AI assisted melody generator that I'm going too fast, or I need to slow down on some of them. So I'm gonna slow down on a couple of them and do some slight small cook-ups. All right, but before we get into that, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get any video I upload to the channel. Okay, we're gonna get right into it. This is Hexachord Orb's chords. All right, comes like this. You can drag MIDI in and you can drag MIDI out. All right, so one of the ones that they said I was going too fast on was Scalar 2. All right, so Scalar 2 is just like this. You can detect if you have an audio file. You can just throw in an audio file like so. So I want to make sure I'm going as slow as possible. But it has to be wave or FLAC or something like that. It can't be MP3. It has to be wave or higher. All right, so I just threw that loop in, and now I'm going to get the chords. All right. All right, so those are the chords for that. Now, there's two ways you can do this. All right. You can take that and then drag that over into the sound that you want. All right. All right. Obviously, that's not, a pleasant sound, so you have to get a pleasant sound. All right, and then you can just take that, move it on over, and you're in B minor, so you might want to take helpers, B minor, and then now you can go in and you can do your own cook up, right? All right, so now you have a foundation. You got chords. Of course, you would want to beef up the chords and the sound maybe. So you would copy it over to kind of like heat up 3, get like a lower type of sound, maybe a key or a guitar, whatever the case may be. I want a layered sound. And let's see how this sounds. But the sound, from Omnisphere sounds pretty, pretty solid. And then from there, you might need to come over here and get you a counter melody. So we know it's in B minor. We know it's 4 bars. Maybe one of the octave higher. What instrument would we like to use? Maybe, well, let's see the style. Definitely trap. Maybe some piano plucks, B minor, to make sure everything good, and then hit that button. All right, and then go ahead and move it over to the sound we want. Don't like it, keep going. All right, make sure you're still in B minor. Find something you like. And then you can go ahead and start coming up with your melody from there. All right, well, let's use 2-step. you already know you can start cooking up from there. All right, so that's how I usually use Scalar. There's so many ways to use Scalar besides that. That's just if you have an audio clip. And why I use the audio clip was because a lot of you have audio kits or audio loop packs. You can just move it over if you have Scalar. Now, what if you want to use Scalar from the beginning? Then they have songs, so you would pick the song category that you want. Most of you want trap, or most of you can use like an R and B type of chord. Come up with a play around until you find your chord progression, put it down here and start working. Or you can go into the artist category, find the artist that you like, find a chord progression, do the same thing, okay? And then you can start making sure you start going into using the melodies and the phrases. All right, so if you just want a melody, now it's going too fast, go to halftime. So let's use that. And the top melody will change as you go through all of these colors or commons. And then you can drag that over to the sound that you want it on. Let's cut this. Okay. So it's just up to you to play with melody sauce till you get what you need. All right. And then let's say we cut all of that out and we're going to Hexachords Orb. Okay, so this one's a little bit more complex. You're gonna have to look at all my videos for this one, but the first thing you want to do is pick the chord or that you want to be in. All right, or you can pick a chord progression that you want to be in. But this is a really unique VST because you can do so much with it. So you go to tonality at first, or you can drag in a MIDI file here. All right, and if you let me just show you that. Give me some MIDI that has let's go this, what's this, Bad Bunny MIDI. Let's see if this will work. Okay, it's saying that it's a mix file, it's 4/4, it's in D minor. Okay, and we want the chords. Let's go. So this D minor, let's see how it sounds. So that's one way you can do it if you have a MIDI file. But let's say you don't have a MIDI file and you just want to start from scratch. All right, let's go to C minor, and then you can go to 4/4 time signature, and then you can go to a chord progression that you like. I like that, it sounds good. Let me press OK. And then hit that drag to your DAW. So let's drag that over to Omnisphere. Let's change the Omnisphere sound. We've been using that a lot. So let's change it to something else. That's perfect. So we have the chord progression. Now the cool thing about Orb is that once you go to the melody, it's gonna link whatever we had. We had C minor. We go to tonality of the melody, C minor. All right, and it's in the same chord progression. All we have to do now is play until we get a chord that we like. So let's say this one automatically randomizes up. This should fit in the scale helpers, scale highlighting. Let's go to C minor. It should fit in the scale. Sounds really good. All right, so here's how it sounds. All right, so it's together. And we're using Hexachord Orb for this one. Now let's go get the ARP. And this is what it came up with for the ARP. Right here is what it came up with the ARP. Let's go ahead and go over to drag to your DAW. Alright, and let's find a decent sound that we can use, maybe a choir, and then turn it down some. Alright, very different sounding. Not saying I will use this, but you know, I'm just showing you for the purpose of the video. Now, hit this button right here and get the last one, the bass. And this is the bass. Okay, but you can always change the sound. Let's say all your bass, you want a crispy bass. I don't know what that is. You could use a crispy bass if you like. Let's go ahead and go into clone. And then let me go get a bass. Smooth bass or something like that. Now let's get a regular bass. Let's just look through all of these. There we go. And then I'm gonna drag it over just to show you for the purpose of the video that we have a full loop now. Now, one thing I will do, since I know music theory a little bit, this is that C. I will use that C to maybe just, you know, give it a little bit of flavor, okay? So now we have that. Also, another thing you can do, you can kind of get like an 808 out of it, right? If you go into Orb, and you go into sounds, might not like any of them, that's fine, but the more you put in density, the more you get out of it. See how I got those dots? So you could play with that, maybe do that one right there, and then drag it to like an 808 sound. And we're gonna mute this bass. Make sure you cut your 808 off. Let me see, it's just a little too low. He's go there. Let me turn it up just a little bit. Velocity too low, you can't really hear it. But you may wanna take it out so it's not on the clap. And then the final touch would be to come in and maybe get some hats and some drums and all that, but pretty much you got everything that you need here. And I'm using Bricks MIDI just to show you. And that's as simple as I can get on Scalar cookups, Scalar 2 cookups, 2.6 to be exact, and Hexachord orbs. All right, I want to get back into more Rapid Composer and Instant Composer cookups and showing you some extra things. Chordprism as well, showing you some extra videos based upon sections because there's so much in it. It's your boy HWFLOSS, the worst producer of all time. If you want to follow me on Instagram, HWFLOSS, I do follow you back. Go shop with some merchandise. HWFLOSS.beastars.com. I got some t-shirts for sale, so go pick up a t-shirt and support your boy, or buy a kit, a Scalar 2 MIDI kit or drum kit or loop kit. All right, until next time, peace.